They come up in an offset eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. To throw. Surveying the field. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. And the defense for New York.
Chris Harris Jr. is not a name that rolls off the tongue quickly, but it should. He's one of the best cover corners in the league.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 16. What a spin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. It's caught by OBJ. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Giants first. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Jameis to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
On 3rd down, Winston. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good time.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them. Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline. That's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. And ready for 3rd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense. They were able to bat it away.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So a couple failed attempts here for the ground game, assuming you pass here on 3rd.
Doesn't look like you're getting anywhere running the ball at all, so I would agree with you on that one. You've got to think about going to the air to try and pick up the yardage you need.
Anything in particular you look for on 3rd and long?
I don't think you go play action here. Just go back in the pocket.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Play fake. Winston. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But they went for the big play there. But that drop could really hurt their momentum.
It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, they'll run it on. Getting 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball. Well done.
Finding time. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. The quarterback's like
just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit.
When they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Winston, he's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They're going to look, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision. There jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On second down, Winston again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw here. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Now after the completion, we're good. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 78 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something that there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll look to throw. He's got time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And McManus able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
There he goes right side. 20, 10. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they...
What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here's Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room to run now. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Gun now on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3 and out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3 and outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here. See if they can force another 3 and out.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Let's go. Over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now at the home of the champs here in Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, "Great job, keep it up," and we'll break that one soon.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding time. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And as our graphic shows, sort of back to his old form, you requested a meeting with a tight end coach this week. What came from that?
Yeah, that's not normal because we usually talk to the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator. It's pretty simple stuff, but you're talking about a former tight end now coaching who's been...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play.
Now the ball comes loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
And they'll run it here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A group of Broncos there combined to bring him down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
And Brandon, it's really no surprise to see them running the ball here. They've got the lead. There's not much time left. They just want to keep the clock moving and seal the win.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 30 yards. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that got the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Charles, we saw a lot of